What is stakeholder management?
Stakeholder management is the practice of understanding, aligning, and communicating with people who influence or are affected by a project or decision.
Why does stakeholder management matter?
Strong stakeholder management reduces surprises, improves alignment, and makes execution smoother.
Who counts as a stakeholder?
Anyone with influence over the work, dependency on the outcome, or exposure to its impact can be a stakeholder.
What is a stakeholder map?
A stakeholder map is a simple view of who matters, what they care about, and how much influence they have.
Why should stakeholders be prioritized?
Not every stakeholder needs the same level of attention, so prioritization helps teams focus limited time well.
What is power interest analysis?
It is a way to classify stakeholders based on their influence and how much they care about the outcome.
What is the first mistake many teams make with stakeholders?
They communicate too late, after decisions feel finished and trust is already damaged.
Why should stakeholder expectations be surfaced early?
Hidden expectations create friction later when timelines, scope, or quality assumptions do not match reality.
What is a stakeholder objective?
A stakeholder objective is the specific outcome, concern, or metric that matters most to that person or group.
Why is context important in stakeholder communication?
Different stakeholders care about different details, so context shapes what message will feel useful.
What is a communication cadence?
A communication cadence is the planned rhythm for updates, decisions, and check-ins with stakeholders.
Why are regular updates useful?
Regular updates build trust and reduce the anxiety that appears when people feel uninformed.
What makes an update effective?
A strong update is concise, honest about risk, clear on decisions, and explicit about what is needed next.
What is upward stakeholder management?
It is the practice of managing communication and expectations with leaders or executives above the working team.
What is cross-functional stakeholder management?
It is coordination across adjacent teams whose priorities, timelines, or systems affect the work.
Why should risks be communicated early?
Early visibility gives stakeholders time to adjust, support, or rescope before the issue becomes a fire drill.
What is a stakeholder register?
A stakeholder register is a living list of stakeholders, interests, influence, and planned engagement approach.
What is alignment in stakeholder work?
Alignment means people understand the goal, rationale, trade-offs, and their role in the outcome.
Why is shared language helpful with stakeholders?
Shared language reduces confusion and keeps conversations grounded in agreed definitions.
What is expectation management?
Expectation management means making scope, timing, dependencies, and limits clear before assumptions harden.
What is a useful stakeholder question?
What does success look like from your perspective?
Why should difficult trade-offs be explained, not just announced?
Explanation builds credibility and helps people see the logic even when they disagree with the outcome.
What is the role of empathy in stakeholder management?
Empathy helps you understand what pressures, goals, and risks other people are carrying into the conversation.
What is a stakeholder dependency?
A stakeholder dependency is work, approval, information, or resourcing that one group must provide for progress to continue.
Why document decisions with stakeholders?
Documentation creates a shared record and reduces later disagreement about what was actually agreed.
What is a decision forum?
A decision forum is the explicit meeting or process where stakeholders know a choice will be made.
What causes stakeholder misalignment most often?
Misalignment usually grows from unclear ownership, unclear priorities, or inconsistent communication.
What is stakeholder fatigue?
Stakeholder fatigue happens when people receive too many updates with too little signal or relevance.
How can stakeholder fatigue be reduced?
Tailor the message, cut noise, and send the right information to the right people at the right level of detail.
What is a strong stakeholder management habit?
Build trust continuously through clarity, honesty, and proactive communication instead of only reaching out in moments of crisis.
What is stakeholder trust built on?
Stakeholder trust grows from consistent follow-through, clarity, and early communication about risk.
Why should bad news travel early?
Early bad news preserves optionality, while late bad news usually feels like avoidable surprise.
What is stakeholder tailoring?
Stakeholder tailoring means adjusting message depth, timing, and framing based on each audience's needs.
Why should teams clarify who is informed versus who decides?
Confusion about roles causes duplicated work, misalignment, and last-minute conflict.
What is a stakeholder brief?
A stakeholder brief is a concise summary of goal, context, risks, dependencies, and asks for a specific audience.
What is a useful alignment question?
What concern would make this hard for you to support right now?
Why are pre-reads useful for stakeholders?
Pre-reads give people time to process information before a meeting so discussion can be higher quality.
What is expectation drift?
Expectation drift happens when assumptions change silently and no one updates the shared understanding.
Why should stakeholder updates include explicit asks?
People respond faster when they know exactly what decision, input, or action is needed from them.
What is a sponsor in stakeholder terms?
A sponsor is an influential stakeholder who actively supports the work and helps remove obstacles.
Why should stakeholder commitments be captured in writing?
Written commitments reduce ambiguity and make it easier to follow up constructively.
What is a durable stakeholder management habit?
Communicate early, document clearly, and make it easy for stakeholders to understand the path forward.